Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a preview of Rolling Deep, an upcoming solo dice-based roguelite. And as always, I take no money from publishers to do any of my content. I just want to show off the game and help you make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So like I said, Rolling Deep is a roguelike that uses dice to have your little dungeon delving adventure. You're going to be rolling 3 dice throughout the game, and if they look extra chonky and their faces look a little weird, that's because it is a game where one of the upgrades you can do is to swap out the die faces on your dice, as well as buying equipment and items from 3 different decks to give you different bonuses to help you progress on your adventure. And the basic idea of how it works is you have a target number, 6 for the very first round, and you have to try to get that far in generally 3 die rolls. After each die roll, you're going to flip over one of these time tokens. If you can't get to 6 after 3 die rolls, then you lose. If you can, though, then you go to 7, then you go to 8, and 8 is a boss battle, so you'll have an extra restriction placed upon you. And you do that again for Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4, and finally Chapter 5. And if you can get all the way through Chapter 5, reaching 50, even with a super boss facing off against you, then you've won your run of the game. So it's basically 15 rounds, 15 die rolls to find out if you win or lose the game. But then in typical roguelike fashion, there are a ton of unlockables, there are new difficulty settings, there are a ton of new cards to unlock, achievements. I'm not going to go into any of those to avoid spoilers, so what I'm going to show you right now is the pure, unadulterated base game experience, but there is a ton more stuff to explore. And let's jump right in. I'll walk you through what happens in a round with the first round, and we'll go from there. So we begin each round with our adventure turn. We're going to roll all 3 dice, and then we can do re-rolls with potions. We start with 3 of these. The first re-roll of a single die will cost 1 potion, and then it slides down. The next re-roll will cost 2 potion, and then all re-rolls after that will cost 3 potions. By the way, a lot of stuff is in prototype form here. Right now, you got a track from 1 to 5 that stops at 3 for dice re-rolls and stops at 5 for camp flips, which you'll see soon. But in the final version of the game, it'll be 2 separate tracks. It'll be a little bit easier to parse. But yeah, right now it costs 1 of my 3 potions to reroll 1 of the dice. And I'm going to total up the number value on all of the dice. That'll determine what's called my result row. And also if any dice have coins or potions as bonuses, I will receive those. All right, here we go. They have this fun dice tower that looks like a volcano here. Like I said, I'm starting with 3 coins. I'm starting with 3 potions. I also have this +5 to score one-time use scroll. So if I'm about to lose because I just rolled terribly, for example, on this very first round, I can use this to add 5 to my score to get past the target and not lose quite yet, but it's single use. And over here are a bunch of spots for me to add upgrades. They don't do anything yet. All right, so I'm rolling my 3 dice. And let's see what I got. So the dice will have faces with values from 0 to 2 at the start. Some of them will have bonuses like free coins and free potions. And 1 face each per die will have the face of the character because these are representing the 3 characters that are traveling down into the center of the earth together. At the beginning of the game, those faces mean nothing. It's basically the same as rolling a 0, but there are some upgrades that can change that. All right, so I could spend potions here, but honestly, 2 is not too bad since I have to reach 6 in 3 rolls. So again, I total up my dice, and I didn't get any coins or potions. And I look at the results row that matches my roll, which is a 2, and I would activate things, and also there can be some mushrooms I can get to upgrade it, but here nothing happens. So I'm just moving 2 towards 6. If I'd use any potions to reroll, the cost would reset to 1 for my next turn of rolling, and I flip 1 time to show that I have 2 more chances here. And that's it for the basics, so let's go in. Oof. Okay, we'll use a reroll for this one, which means the next reroll will cost 2. I'm going to reroll the red. He starts with more high values on his dice, 2 2s and 2 1s. And oh, there we go. So we got a 2, and we get a free potion back once we lock those values in. All right, so we are almost there. Come on. This is our final roll. Rerolls will cost 1 again to start. Come on, show me 2. Or not. All right, do I want to reroll my purple or my green? They both have 3 good faces and 3 bad faces, but the green has more bonuses for their faces, so I'll reroll her, and great. So I can reroll twice. I could use my +5 scroll, but I don't really want to do that. And here we go. Hey, there we go. I was really deciding whether I wanted to fall or not. So I get +1 coin, and I got 2 more, which means I exactly reach my target of 6. So now we go through the rest of the steps of the round. First, I'm going to gain a reward. For this first round, I get 3. Next round, I get 5. And finally, I get a treasure chest with some extra bonuses. Then I get paid interest based on the money or potions I've saved. I get to shop with my money, and then I reset everything for the next round. All right, so 3 more coins brings me to 7, and then I can take interest. So I either get 1 reroll potion for every 5 coins I have, or I get 1 coin for every 3 reroll potions I have. Well, here only one choice makes sense. We'll get 1 reroll back from the 5 coin. Okay, then what am I doing with my 7 coins? I'm flipping some stuff over, and these are items I can buy. So we've gotten 2 of the types here. Pickaxes go into those rows with the different result values, and they give me different bonuses for potentially the rest of the game. These books let me level up my dice, so here I could spend 2 to get a 0 and 2 coin face. Well, that's barely an upgrade over what I have already. I do like this one, though. So this says I get +1 to my overall value for each roll that has a pair of results. So that could be 2 faces, that could be 2 ones, 2 zeros. Importantly, this does not apply if I get 3 of a kind. It has to be exactly a pair. So sure, I'll spend 3 of my 7 coins. And then I have to put this in one of the rows. You'll see that the 0 to 1 row can hold 4 items. See the little gear icons there. 3 for this row, 2 for this row, and 1 for this row down here. Now, some things care about which row they're in. Like, look, this pickaxe that I didn't buy says that I get a mushroom to this row whenever I buy a consumable item. So it would apply only to the specific row it was placed in. But this pickaxe applies to everything, so let's go ahead and put it in the 0 to 1 row where I'll have a lot of room to play with later. Now, kind of like the rerolls in this shopping phase, I can spend 1 coin to discard all the remaining cards and I haven't bought and flip over 3 new ones. Then I can do that again for 2 coins, then again for 3 coins. Should I do it here? I don't think I need to yet. I'd rather save my money. Hopefully with the +1 from that pickaxe, I'll be fine to get through round 2. So then we're going to discard anything we didn't buy. We reset all of our time tokens, so we have those back. We move to the next part of Chapter 1, which is going to be a target goal of 7, and we go back to the 0. By the way, there will be a 0 spot in the final version of the game. They just don't have it yet. And one more thing. Technically, I would have known who the boss was for Chapter 1 at the beginning of the game, but I didn't want to distract you with that yet. So each of the boss cards has 2 sides. Their extra hard side, which in the base game is only used in the final battle in Chapter 5, and their easier side here. And here, this boss, only in the final round of Chapter 1, so in round 3, says it'll ignore any of my items in rows 4 to 5 and 6+. Well, that sure ain't gonna matter for now because I don't have anything in those rows. I just have my pickaxe in 0 to 1. But at least that further supports my choice. And again, I would have been seeing this boss from the very beginning. I would not have gone into my first round blind. All right, we got to get to 7 this time. We've still got our starting skull. We've got only a single reroll left. And we've got our pickaxe for doubles. Let's see what we get. Well, that was the worst possible result, wasn't that? Because we got a face and a 0, which are not equivalent for the pickaxe. Faces only pair with other faces. Shoot, should I use my potion here? Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I'm going to reroll the green, because even if I get another 0, it will at least, hey, that works even better. So I get a coin, 2 ones adds up to 2, and then my pickaxe triggers to bring me to 3. So already halfway there, not quite. All right, roll 2 is, oh my gosh, that was a crazy roll. So we've got 2, 4, +1 from the pickaxe is 5, which means we're already at 8, and we stop rolling. So even though we still had 1 time token left, we don't get to roll again, so we can't benefit from rolling 0 or 1 faces that have free coins or free potions or any of that. Sometimes going too fast can be a negative thing. And we get the reward again, which this time is 5 coins. Then we get interest, so I could either get 2 potions for having 10 coins, or I could get 0 coins for not having 3 potions. So yeah, not too hard of a choice there. And we get to shop again. Let's see what we've got. So we've got a few other types of buys here. There's one other type we haven't seen yet. This is a consumable, which means you pay it, you get what it says, in this case 2 potions, you discard it. It's gone, it doesn't fill up a spot. Scrolls are similar, they sit to the side, but you choose when to use them, like this +5 scroll you start the game with. Here I could buy this to get a 1-time +3 to my score. And finally, this pickaxe says, whenever a rogue gains mushrooms from a consumable item, it gains +1 mushrooms, which is actually a pretty good ability. I haven't talked about mushrooms yet. They are a huge part of many of my best runs in the game so far. A lot of effects, especially consumables, will add mushrooms to specific action rows, and whenever your results add up to those rows, like let's say I had a 3 here, you get extra movement equal to the number of mushrooms there, and then 1 mushroom gets destroyed. So like here, if I had 2 mushrooms on the 2 to 3 results side, and I rolled a 3 for my results from the dice, I would actually move 5, 3 plus 2 mushrooms, and then 1 would get destroyed. And if you can create builds, as I've done a few times, where you get tons and tons of mushrooms on something, then you can really accomplish some amazing things. But here, no. Well, that would be great for a longer term strategy. Right now, I'm worried about just getting to 8 with the boss. So I'm actually going to spend 1 of my 10 to trash all 3 of these and flip up some new ones. I'd like some new die faces. Oh, here we go. Yep. That's definitely what. Oh, okay. So die faces will sometimes show the specific die that they upgrade. So this has to be on the green die. This has to be on the red die. This has to be on the purple die. I didn't comment, but you have 1 upgrade deck for each character and you're flipping them up. So the red tends to have upgrades to the red dice, green to the green dice. You get the idea. So here would be a regular 1 face, a 2 face that also gets me a coin, and a 1 face that gets me 2 potions. All right, so yeah, should I? Why not? I got enough money. I'm just going to buy all of it for 3, 6, 7. Yeah. Leave me with 2 coins left, which is not a lot. All right, so I get a 1 for green, 2 plus coin for red, 1 plus potions for purple. And all of them start with at least 1 0 that does nothing face. So let's replace all of those, and hopefully that'll get us more pairs for my pickaxe too. Oh, and these pop off really easily, even in the prototype. You just use another coin and do that, and they are big, chonky boys. I remember I covered, what was that game called? It was like a fighting game that also had die faces changing from Wise Wizard, I think. And yeah, those were smaller dice, so it was a little bit harder to do this with. But these 3 dice are huge, so it takes no time at all. There you go. And I bought all these, so they go away, but they go away anyway because we're moving on to the final. So now we have to reach 8, which we did last time, but we might not again. And we ignore any items in 4 to 5 and 6, which we have none of. So we'll see how this goes. All right, roll number 1. Okay. I guess that's all right because it does count as doubles for my pickaxe. So I get 2 movement and a coin. Hoping I'll do better, though, for round 2. There we go. That's what I'm talking. Oh, and I got coins, too. This is great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 2 coins, plus 1 from the pair of 1s. So that gets me to 7. I just need to get a 1. So honestly, now I'm hoping for, like, coin and potion rolls. I don't need the regular stuff. Okay, that was terrible. Good thing that I only needed 1 more. I'm not going to use any rerolls. So there we go. In every 3rd round in a chapter, you get to flip one of these. And they'll usually give you a choice. So here I can get either 7 coins or 4 mushrooms each row, which don't forget, every single time I roll a result matching the row's value, I'm going to get to move 4 extra for 4 mushrooms, and then I have to get rid of 1 mushroom. That seems too good not to get. Although the next chapter starts out at 10, which isn't too bad, especially with 7 coins. You know what? Let's save that kind of thing for later. I'm just going to get the 7 coins to try to buy more upgrades, especially because the coins are counted immediately for my interest. And now I have 12 coins, which gets me 2 more potions. Here, it's easier to see if I use the highest denominations, because for every 5 coin, you get a potion, or for every 3 potion, you get a coin. Okay, now I'm going to shop. Importantly, I don't get to see what the new boss is until after this shopping phase. Ooh, another upgrade to a die. Okay, that would just get me 2 mushrooms on the 6 space. And this one's kind of too expensive, but what it would do is I would flip 2 purple cards for the rest of the game whenever I went to the camp instead of 1. Well, I think getting another one of these is good. I do have another nothing 0 space for my green. But let's stop there and not flip anything else, because hopefully that'll be enough to beat the next stage, and I can save my money for later. Because the less you spend, the more interest you get. That's how interest works. And the better off you might theoretically be in the future. All right, so we go on to chapter 2, where we need to get to 10 at standard difficulty. And once again, we'll get 3 coins, then 12 and 5 coins, then 14 with a boss and a treasure chest. And let's see who our new boss is. Ooh, ignore powers in rows 0 to 1 and 2 to 3, the opposite of last time, which will actually affect us. But again, that's only in the 3rd round of Chapter 2 when we're facing off against the boss. So for the first 2 rounds, we'll still benefit from our pickaxe. But I'm going to have to figure out something to help me out. All right, roll number 1. And shoot. 2. That's 1 plus 1 more from the pickaxe. 2's not really going to cut it. Well, I have confidence we'll do better next time. So I'll get the free coin and move 1 plus 1 more from the pair. So I'm at 2 out of 10 with 2 more rolls. No problem. No problem indeed. Oh, that was good. So that's 5, 6 with the pair and a coin. Coming in the clutch there. So we only need 2 more. And we got some potions if we need them. We still haven't used our scroll either. That's already good enough. Yep, that gets us 2 plus 1 more. No bonus stuff, but we got to 11, which means we get 3 coins. All right. And I've got 14. So I could get 1 more coin for my potion, or I could get 2 more potions. Let's go for the 2 potions. Even if we're not using them, that'll get me more coins in the future. By the way, I'm just going to the bottom of the deck. The 2 types of items you have not seen yet. Sorry, I said there was 1, but there's actually 2. Or no, there's 3 types of items you haven't seen yet. There are piggy banks like this that change up your interest results at the end of each round. There are torches that give you something at the start of each round before you start rolling 1, 2, or 3 times. There are wands which let you do special things for whatever row they're in. Pickaxes also sometimes let you do special things for the row they're in, but usually they are more universal bonuses. So wands and pickaxes do get a little bit confusing, but whatever. And all right, I got 14 money, quite a bit. All right, I've got a money wand. I've got, ooh, this one is great. So look, whenever I score this row, I add a mushroom to every other row, which means as long as I'm switching back and forth a bit, but I'm getting a row that's really consistent, that should be really good. Oh, but that's right. The stupid boss is going to ignore rows 0 to 1 and 2 to 3, because I was thinking I would put this in 2 to 3. Maybe I put in like 4 to 5, but then I'm only benefiting if I do well. And I mean, I did roll a 4 or 5 last time. By the way, the 4 or 5, the results, is just what's rolled on the dice. Things like this add 1 to, oh wait, maybe they don't. +1 to each roll with a pair. Because things that say plus to the score add to the final result. I think this one actually adds to the main result that checks which row we're going to activate. So maybe I will get that one on the 4 to 5 row. So I'll spend 5, and it's filling one of the 2 spots here. You can always throw away equipment if you want to, although clearly that's a massive waste of resources. And I kind of want to get this one too, because I'm definitely going to roll some 2 to 3s, and that'll get me a ton more money. It'll pay for itself very quickly. So sure, let's try that too, I guess. And then let's go into round 2, in which I need to get to 12. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. There we go. Need to get to 12. And yeah, all right, we'll see what happens. Oh, beautiful. Although, crud. No, it isn't, because that's actually going to take me above 4 to 5 if I'm, again, reading the pickaxe correctly. I'm not sure if I am. So that's 4, 5, 6. Wow. I mean, it's a great roll for not losing. It's not a great roll for activating anything, because this one will benefit me later. This one will benefit me later. That does not. All right, let's go. Whoop, come back here, die. Let's go again. Oh, all right, so that'd be 2 plus a potion, and then I'd get 3 more money. But then I would need 4 more to win. I guess I can do that, because the 3 money and the potion are really nice. But so I'm at 8 out of 12 with my final roll, although I still have my +5 to score scroll. Ooh, never mind. We're beautiful. Okay, so this worked out fantastic. So we've got 4 plus 1, 5, which again, I think means that it goes to there. So I'm going to add a mushroom to every other row, which means I'll get +1 movement, 1 per mushroom, but then destroy the mushroom. And I'm getting a bonus potion. Cool. And it's the second round, so I get 5 more money. Do I want 2 coins or 2 more potions? I think actually this time I might go for 2 coins. I've got a lot of rerolls. Remember, this guy's about to ignore both of those, which means I'll be less likely to get to that, because I won't have that helping me out. And we'll see how that falls for us. But I've got 14 money. Ooh, I can upgrade green. That's nice. All right, this one is nice. It adds +3 to your progress. Oh my gosh, a 4 for purple? Okay, well, I got to get both of those for 6, no question. Although I guess that will make me pair up less often, but the 2 should be fine. All right, so I'm getting a 2 for green. You can't get rid of the face. Oh, maybe I shouldn't get a 2 for green. They don't have any zeros left. Yeah, never mind. I'm not going to spend 2 on that. Be a bit of a waste, wouldn't it? But the 4 for purple. There we go. We'll get rid of our 0 and potion. We don't need that. Big number there. And we could buy this too. Where would I put it though? Maybe in the 4 to 5, maybe in the 6 plus. I could put it down here for like when I roll terribly to pick me up a little bit, but then the boss is going to ignore it this round, so it'd be a bit of a waste. And maybe I don't get it at all for now. I'll just save up for later. All right, so now I need to get a 14, but those don't do anything. So all I'm getting are the mushrooms, the one mushroom I built up on some spots, and the potential to add more. I need to get to 14. Here we go. That was a great start. Oh, a really great start, because I didn't have the pickaxe to, I think, mess with my results. So I'm getting 5, so I'm adding a mushroom to each of these. 5 out of 14. And now even if I roll poorly, I'll get the mushrooms to boost me up. Or I can get a 6. What the heck? Oh, it's not even a 6. It's an 8, but then I take one away because I had 2 mushrooms there. So wow, I'm at 13. All right, so now don't roll so well. Roll some, free stuff. Help us out a little bit here. Gosh darn it, or roll a 6 to lose my other mushroom. Do I want to re-roll it or something? I guess it's fine. All right, so I'll get another coin from that. I do lose my mushroom and go 7, which is way too far. But I defeat the boss, and I get another treasure. Oh, interesting. So I can get 7 money or the top card of 3 decks in play for 0. They might be terrible. They might be great. Some of the best items in the game cost 7 all by themselves. I'm going to do it. Chaos. Chaos. So we're getting, a 5 pickaxe and a terrible 1 bag and a terrible... Well, I mean, I guess it was technically 8 money, but that's not that great. So this pickaxe gives me plus 5 money when I get a triple. What a waste. Well, I'll put it up there where I can fit it. This gets me a mushroom for the 0 to 1 row. I hope to never roll that, but hey, at least I get some mushrooms if I do. And then I don't think I have to take something. I don't think I have to get this, so I'll just throw that one away. Might be wrong about that. And then I'm getting interest. So I could, again, get 2 potions or 2 money. Let's get cash. All right, what can we shop for? 2 green face, a 0 red face, no thanks. Ooh, this one's pretty good. Every time I destroy a mushroom, I get a coin, although I don't have that many mushrooms right now. All right, so it's only a 1 upgrade, but it's also a coin, so sure, I'll spend 3 to replace this one with that. Still got 10 more. I don't have enough consistent mushrooms yet. I'll probably be okay for the next round without anything else. All right, so going into Chapter 3. And for Chapter 3, do not score the lowest dice value, your choice if tied. That's going to make things tough. And I can't possibly get a 3 of a kind. All right, well, we'll deal with that when we get to it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get to 17 and then 20 to reach that spot. Although that's pretty good to help out. Dang it, I need to... If I'm going to be rolling crazy like this, I need to get more upgrades over here. So I'm getting 8 plus 1 for the pair, 9 out of 17. It's already halfway there. And then that's more like it. It's actually, it gets me a lot of money. Okay, so that's 3. Plus 1 is 4. Or sorry, plus 1 coin, plus 3 more coins. So 4 coins, but 3 movement, plus 2 for the mushrooms, and 1 goes away. Gets me to 14. I need 3 more. One more chance. Oh, okay. Well, I guess I'm getting a lot of money. That's good. I get a potion. I get 4 movements, more than enough, although I'm out of those now. And then I am getting 3 more coins. The 3 you always get for beating the first round of a chapter. Cool. So I can get 4 more potions or 3 more money. I don't really need that many potions, do I? So yeah, let's get 3 more money. So I've got 23 to spend, which means I should definitely flip some extra ones, especially for the first time where it only costs 1. Okay. Scoring 3 of a kind, that's not going to help much. When this result scores, get plus 2. That's good. Maybe I should put that on the 6th row. That's not really happening. That might be too hopeful. Maybe I should put it on the 4 to 5 row. Well, either way, I'll spend 3 for that. And yeah, where do I want to put it? I got this a couple times, but that was because of terrible rolling. And I'm not going to really win if I roll that anyway. Here, maybe, do I do that on my 6? Sure. Okay, then I'll pay 1 of my 20 to flip 2 more or 3 more cards. All right, a weak 1 plus a coin. I don't care about that. Set any die to a 2. I guess that could potentially get me the 3 of a kind thing, although not with the bosses coming up. Maybe I spend 2 more and flip again. I still have 17. Ooh, this one's pretty solid. When this result scores, you get plus 2 for each flipped time. So if you score in the first roll, you get nothing. You get 2 in the second roll and 4 in the third roll. I guess that's kind of niche. This one's amazing. You spend 7, but you get plus 5 every round, which is certainly going to pay for itself almost immediately. So yeah, I'll definitely get that. And I'll put it in the top row where I'm not doing anything that is going to be rolled, hopefully. Still got 10 left. Is that worth getting? It's 2 or maybe 4. I'm not sure if that's enough. Oh, what the hey. I'm going to put in my 4 to 5 spot. I put the torch in the 0 to 1 since it doesn't care where it is. So yeah, I only have 2 slots there and 1 slot there. Although there are some items that give you a plus slot, so then they don't like really take up any space. I can also throw away stuff. I'm pretty broke, but I'm about to get plus 5 for free, so that part's nice. Not sure how we're going to do here, because we're going up to 20, and I get plus 5 at the start of the round. And here we go. Okay, that was a great start. Thanks, game, and I'm glad I did this. So that is 2, 4, plus 1 from the pair, 5, 9, plus 2 for 6, plus 11. So I'm at 11 out of 20. That's my first time gone. Wow, I'm rolling really good. So again, I think that bunts it up to there. I'm not sure if I'm understanding that correctly. They're going to make it clearer in the final game. They have like one icon for when it counts as part of your result, and another icon when it just moves you on the board without counting as result. And I'm not sure if I'm doing that one. I mean, it says plus 1 to each roll, right? Plus 1 to each roll, which makes it sound like my overall roll is higher. So I think I'm getting 4, 5, plus 1, 6, which makes it this, which makes me 8. So I'm at 19. I have 1 left, so I can benefit again because I am getting a coin here. So let's try to roll that or that, right? Those would be the best results. A 4 with a pair becomes a 5. Cool. So I'll get a mushroom to every other row. I would get plus 4 more. I mean, I'm definitely moving way too much, but I'm getting a coin and a mushroom to each other row. I mean, which might not matter very much because that's the only one that has a lot of mushrooms, and I hope to never roll that result. All right, I get 5 more coins for beating round 2 of the chapter. And then I can get 3 more potions or 3 more coins. Well, let's get the 3 more coins again. Gets us back to 20 for more spending. I would love to get some bags that give me mushrooms. Where is that? Okay, plus 3 coins. No. Oh, there we go. That one's actually great. Ooh, that one's great too. You know what? Let's buy both of them, I think. So that costs us 12 of our 20, which means we're down to 8, and I think I'll stop there. But I'm going to put the 4 mushrooms on the 4 to 5 row and the 3 mushrooms on the 6 row, which I already had one, so now they're each going to get me to move 4, and then I'll lose 1, and then 3, and then I'll lose 1. You get the idea. Which is going to help out because, oh, you know what? I might not even get to 4 to 5 or 6. Forgot about this being bad. I might be getting the 2 to 3 more. Well, we'll just see how it goes. I mean, it is don't score the lowest die, so I think 4 to 5 is still going to happen pretty often. But you got to deal with this guy, and we're trying to get to 23 now. We still haven't had to use this. We still have 1 billion potions, so that's all good. All right, so we take this one out. That is a 6, which means we move 8 plus 4 mushrooms, but we lose 1. So we move 12 out of 23. You know, suddenly I'm not so worried. Although I kind of don't want to lose all my mushrooms. Okay, and then we go again, so we lose that one. So that's a 3. So we're moving 4. That gets us to 16. So we do have 7 more to go. I mean, I could do a reroll, but I think I'm okay. I'm getting 2 more potions, and I get 3 more money from that wand. But yeah, this time I'll definitely use some rerolls if things are looking too nasty. Because I need, what is it? 7 more. 7 more. Okay, this should be fine. That's actually a great result. So I'm getting 4 plus 1 from this, so 5. Because it's the 3rd roll, I'm getting plus 4, so 9. Plus the mushrooms, 13, so that's way too much. But then I get to add a mushroom to every other row, so I get the 6 plus row back up. And I have 5 mushrooms over there, not that anyone really cares about that. But I have defeated the Chapter 3 boss, which means I get another treasure. 7 money or 7 potions? The 7 potions would become a lot of money. Oh, I forgot to get my 5 free money for my torch. Yeah, I can't forget that. Yeah, because if I get 7 potions, remember, every 3 potions gets you a coin. So 1 to finish up that triple, and then 2 more triples will get me 3 coins. So I'll actually be getting half of the same thing from getting the potions, so definitely doing that. Usually you have to use more potions than this, so this is working out great. All right, so I'm getting 6 coins for free from interest. That's awesome. I've got 22, and we're going to buy again. Okay, get a potion whenever you score a pair. Meh, I have enough potions. Add 3 mushrooms to the 2 to 3 row. I hope to never use that row. Add 2 mushrooms each row with none. There are no such rows. I'm going to spend 1 to discard all of those. And now it'll cost 2 if I want to do that again. Okay, I get an extra green card whenever I'm shopping. Ooh, plus 2 to every roll. So again, that's plus 2 to every roll, which means I'm pretty much always going to get 6 plus, which is like kind of good, but kind of bad. Oh, but this one, Definitely going to spend 6 on that. I still have 15. That'll give me plus 2 mushrooms to each row. There we go. Got a ton on the 0 to 1 row. Do I want to get anything else? I mean, again, like this is definitely good. And since it's each roll, I can put it at the top. It says if I always get this, is that going to be like a really bad thing in the end? I guess not if I can keep... you know what? Let's buy it. So that's 7. Brings me down to 8 money, and I'll put it in my last top slot. All right, in Chapter 4, boss. To reroll costs 3 potions. You know, that's okay. Could be something nastier like destroying my items, but it's not. We need to do 27, 31, 35 this time. All right, so 27. So that is 5. I need to get plus 5 money because of my torch. Don't forget that, Mike. So 5, 6 because of the pear, 7, 8 because of that, which means we get down here and it becomes 10, and then we have 6 mushrooms, so it becomes 16. So we're already at 16 out of 27, but we're down to 5 mushrooms now. Okay, roll 2 is very similar. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus 15 mushrooms. So we finish it 1 roll early, although I am running low on mushrooms now. But I go up to that much money, then I'm getting 6 more for my interest. Oh, it's back to 22, nice. And yeah, I gotta kinda keep on digging for things that are gonna give me more mushrooms for that final row now. Plus 3 whenever I reroll a 2, plus 3 coins. Plus 3... when this result scores, plus 3 for each, plus 3 for each flip time? Maybe I get rid of my plus 2 on the 6 plus and put that in. Yeah, I think I have to do that. So I'm spending 7 of my 22. I'm throwing this away and putting this in. Because yes, it'll give me 2 less the first roll, but it'll give me 3 the second roll and 6 the third roll, which is 9, which is 3 more than 2 each time. I guess that's good. As I talk myself through it, that actually sounded less good, but whatever. Okay, then I'm going to pay 1 of my 15 to flip some more. Trying to dig for mushrooms. Destroy all mushrooms and plus 1 mushroom to each row. No thank you. So, plus 3 to each roll with a pear. I get pears a lot. Let's buy that too. I can fit it up in here. All right, then I'm down to 7 money, so I'll stop there for now. And now I got to get to 31. All right, here we go. Oh, and I get 5 coins for my torch. And that was a bad roll. Wow. Well, maybe I let it stand. Do I let it stand? How much would this be? So that'd be 3. Plus 2 to each roll would make it a 5. I'd add mushrooms to the other rows. That part's nice. I wouldn't get anything for that. Meh. Nah, okay, we'll finally use a reroll. Been sitting on those for forever and reroll. Red boy over here. Hey, there we go. That's better. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm using the bottom row. 9, 10, 11. Nothing for this yet because it's the first roll. So that's 15. Then we lose a mushroom. But 15 out of 31 in 1 roll, pretty good. By the way, for context, we need to get 50 on the final boss. So things can get a little tough there. All right, second roll. Oh, we got a triple, which would get us 5 money. Yeah, I think I'm okay with it this time. So I get 5 money from that. Counts as a 5 from the roll, which means it goes here. I have 1 flip thing, so it's 7 plus 5 mushrooms. I'll lose 1, but that means that 7 plus 5, 12. So I'm at 27. I need 4 more, and then I add a mushroom to each of the other rows, which is really the best part because now it made 6 a little bit stronger. Okay, and the final row. So that is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 plus 4 mushrooms, 20. So yeah, way more than enough. I'm getting 1 coin and 2 potions. Then I get 5 more coins for beating the second round of that. And I could get 6 coins interest or 4 potions. Let's go for the 6 coins. Again, I have way more stuff than I need. And yep, we're digging for mushrooms. So that's plus 3 potions, mushrooms in the wrong spot, or a weak die face. We'll spend 1 to trash all of that. By the way, I've never done it, but if you go through the entire deck, a 3, and faces give mushroom to the scored row. That's actually not too bad. This one's also not too bad. 3 mushrooms on the 4 to 5 row, because I could roll that. It's not going to happen very often. Now, do I want to add the 3 to this? Because actually, it's going to make me get 2 of a kind for so many of my powers less frequently, because I don't think I have any other 3s. I guess I'll buy that one, though, for 4. That gets me to 7 mushrooms on the 4 to 5 row, and then it'll add other mushrooms elsewhere. Do I want that? I mean, it's kind of great because it means that when I roll a face and use a row, I don't get rid of the mushroom. It stays at the same level. You know what? I'm going to buy that. For 7, I still have 17 more somehow. But I have now, oh my gosh, I have way too much stuff. I have now filled completely my set of items. Now, do I want to flip again to try to get more mushrooms? I don't think I need to yet. All right, so now I need to get to 35. Rerolls cost 3. I get 5 from a torch. And honestly, I'm not too worried. Okay, so that's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No bonus from this yet. 14 out of 35. I do have to find some way to get mushrooms on my 6+ spot, though. Oh, wow. This actually works out great. I love this result because, well, I think I love it. Let's see what's happening. So we've got 2 plus 2 at each roll gets me to the 4 to 5 spot. Again, I think, if I'm understanding these correctly, which means I'm getting, there is 1 flip time. So that's 4, 5, 6, 13 with the mushrooms. Gets us a 27. We lose a mushroom, but then the 2 faces get us 1 back, and we add a mushroom to every other row. Not that I expect to ever roll these rows again. So what do we need? We need 8 more. We need 8 more. And that should be fine. I think we're going to be here again. Yeah, it's going to work out great. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 6, 7, 8. Never mind. We are doing the 6+, which means that makes it 14, 15, 16, 17. But we don't lose the mushroom. Or sorry, we lose a mushroom and then gain it back because of the face. So yeah, we easily beat it. I think we got to 44. And we got a coin and 2 more potions. Let's go. And we brought our potions up to 7. Now we're getting our last one of these. Okay, so 7 or 3, and I add 2 permanent bonuses to your row, which means it'll move +2 every time I roll it. Well, yeah, that is not even a question, right? Because I really don't need the money. Speaking of money, I got 25, but let's get 6 more with the potions. This is kind of silly. All right, a 4 face. That I might actually do. So sure, let's spend 4, and we'll replace one of the 1 coin faces. Okay, and I'll pay 1 to flip some more. I'm really digging for like a big mushroom. Let's do a mushroom to a row of your choice. Sure, I'll spend 2 for that and add it to my 6 row. No. I already got enough of those. Doubling interest. I don't really care about it at this point. We have paid 2 more to flip. I've got 23 left. Another interest one. Mushrooms to the wrong row. A bad thing. Okay, I'm spending 3. Next time it'll cost 4. And then it stops at 5, and you can keep on spending 5. I don't know if I need that. I already have so many mushrooms there. But we'll go into a 2 instead of a 1. Sure. Do I pay 4 more? I still have 18 money, but no, I think I'll be fine for the next round, in which I have to get 40. But I'm hoping in one of these shopping things I can get a bunch more mushrooms. But also, let's see, this is very important. The final boss uses the red nastier thing. Okay, before the torch phase, I destroy every item that costs 7 or more. What? So before that final round where I have to get to 50, I'll lose my +2 to each roll. That's bad. I'll lose my +3 to each roll with pairs. That's bad. That one's okay. That one is really bad. So I kind of need to buy something else and replace this if I'm planning to roll a lot of 6s. Although, will I roll a lot of 6s? Without these, I probably won't. Which means these might be okay on their own. Yeah, this is going to be something. Well, we got a few rounds to try to figure that out. All right, I get 5 from a torch. And I got to get to 40 this time. Here we go. Nice basic roll. I've been getting that one a lot. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, 17. No bonus from that yet. 17 out of 40. Okay, and then another one, except I get a coin this time. Oh, wait, what was the total? I should have remembered. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 mushrooms this time. So 14, 15, 16. I'm not sure if I counted those last time. 19. So I'm at 36, 4 shy. Now, I'd really love to roll lower. Roll some faces for me, would you? Or you can roll that. 3 of a kind gets me 5 money, and I get another coin from that. And then it's 6, 8, 10, 12, 18. Definitely too much. I would have passed 50 there, but again, I'm going to have lost a lot of my good items. And then I get 3 more coins, and yep, let's get 7 more cash from the bottles, which gets me to a lot. What is that, 40? right, so I'm definitely going to flip until I get a ton of something. I don't want 7s. Yeah, these aren't good. I mean, that one's really good, but I can't use it against the boss. So I'm paying 1 to flip again. I want mushrooms. I want like a 5 cost thing I can put in that bottom row. Nope, none of those are good. 2 more. Don't need money. Ooh, +5 to score. That, I think I will buy that. And set a die to any side. I think I'll buy both of those, actually, because they don't take any space up. So that's 7. Get some scrolls. And then I'll spend 3 to flip again. Faces have +2 money. No. Wrong row for mushrooms. Set the red die to any side for 2. Why not? And I've still got 25. I'm going to spend 4. Come on, man. Give me like a mushroom or something. Ooh, oh, that's also a 7. Gosh darn it. When this result scores +1 per 3 potions, that'd be +7. Plus mushrooms each row that has none. No. I'll spend 5. Down to 16. But I'll get more. A 7 I don't want. That's not good enough. Set the green die to any side. Yes. All right, so I've got fairly insane potions, or sorry, scrolls at least. But I didn't get anything to replace my 7 in my bottom row. And yeah, I lost a lot of money, although we're getting 5 more. I do have all these scrolls, but I'm going to save them until things get dire. Okay, so I need to get to 45 this time. Whoa. So that's 7, 8, 9. I didn't get any of these. Nothing. 10, 12 with the +2. Yeah, I've definitely run out of mushrooms on that 6 row, but the 5 row, I mean, maybe not having my 7s available might not be a terrible thing. Kind of went out. Oh, another 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think that's it. So I'm at 36. I need 9 more. I have no worries about that. And I did get 2 coins. All right, and final roll. Okay, basic 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 17, 19. Yep, easily beat it. And I get 5 more coins, and let's get 7 more again. And let's go digging for items again. All my 7s are about to be destroyed, so like anything else is better. Ooh, +1 to each roll. Heck yeah, I'll buy that for 5. And throw away my +2 to each roll. This one is also use mushrooms from the row below, but I don't imagine if I rolled one of these rows, that'd be awesome. But I'm probably going to roll 4 to 5 or 6 plus. Not useful. Okay, so I'll spend 1 to trash all those. And they're all terrible. I'll spend 2 more. I'm not even going to show them. Okay, here's another good one. For 3, I get +1 to each roll for one of those showing. Still have 23 money left. And I'll throw away another 7. This one. Yeah, might as well spend 3 to flip some more. Oh, wait, no, hold on. I do want this. Set a die to any side. I'll get that. Then I'll spend 3 to flip more, because money doesn't get you anything at the end unless you're going for a specific achievement. I'll actually show it this time. Nope, don't want a 7. Oh, that I like. That I don't. I'll spend 5 for that. What's my worst red face? Oh, I got a few 1s. 5 is the highest the dice faces go in what they sent me in the prototype. All right, I'll spend 4 more. I've got 8 money left. Haven't seen anything. Ooh, that's just 1. That's a 7. That's for money. Shoot, I could spend 5 more, but I'd have 3 money left. Whatever. I'll buy this for +1 mushroom in the 4 to 5, or I might get that. All right, so to show you what I got. I can set a die to anything. I can add 5 to my score. I can also add 5 to my score. And I can set each individual die to one side once. And I got to get to 50. But before we do that, I lose that. I lose that. I lose that. And I didn't replace it with anything. So this is going to be fun. But I got a billion rerolls. I got lots of dice manipulation. I mean, what's the highest each of these go? 5, 4, 4, which would also get me the +1 from that. And that's 9, 13. Although I might want to roll the 4 to 5 at least once to get +9. That's kind of better than this at this point, isn't it? Yeah, so not sure what I'm going to do yet, but roll number 1. Okay, that is maybe too bad to get to 50. What have I got here? So it would be 2, 3, 4, which would get me to this roll. I wouldn't get anything from this yet. I wouldn't get anything from that yet. So that'd be 4 plus 9 would be 13, and I would add a mushroom to everything else. 13 out of 50, that's not really enough, is it? What's 50 divided by 3? I guess that's like between 16 and 17, but I should do way better. I'm kind of okay with it, actually. Let's do it. Oh, I got rid of the thing that makes faces give mushrooms, didn't I? So that's 2 of those, 1 money, none of that matters. But I'm doing 2, 3, 4, and then 9, and I put mushrooms everywhere else. Wait, no, what? It was 9 mushrooms. So 2, 3, 4, plus 9 mushrooms is 13. There we go. All right. Roll number 1. That's fine. That's fine. Here we go. Ooh, that looks good. So that's 9 to start, 10, 11, 12. We do go down here, 13, 14, 15. Oh, that only gets me to 28. And then if I get like another 15 next time, that would get me to 43. I mean, I got these, worst case, I guess. Yeah, I just need like more of these mushrooms over here. Okay, I think it's fine. So again, that was 15, but I lose the mushroom. I'm at 28, which means I need 22 more. Yeah, I think I might change the dice to be a 4 to 5 result. I think that's actually going to be the best here. Or maybe I don't need to change anything. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's still too much, isn't it? What the heck? Because look, I'm getting +1 to each roll, which would make that a 4. And then +1 to each roll for each flipped thing, which would make it a 6, which would be too much. So let's use my set purple die to any side to make it that. Oh, but then that becomes too much too. So we'll make it that instead. I think this gets me the farthest. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, which gets me to here. 6, 8 plus 8 mushrooms. 16. 16 would get me 16 plus 28. 44. Oh man, I have to use both of these. Oh, no. It is one more because I still have a pair. So that's actually 2. 3, 4, 5, which just still gets me in here. So it's 5, 7, 9, 15. Oh no, 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 25 is 45. And then plus 5 to score, 50. Which means I didn't have to use my starting one, which, just to spoil a little bit, is an achievement for something. I won't say what. But there we go. I pulled it out. Rolling deep. On the easiest difficulty without a ton of different achievements and things to go for, so don't think the game is like easy or anything. But that is Rolling Deep. Let me tell you what I think of the game, positive and negative. First of all, the core die rolling is fun, the kind of push your luck nature of it, deciding how many things you want to re-roll, deciding what results you want to go for, and how things ramp up more and more in tension as you go through the chapters. That's all great, especially when you upgrade the dice with different faces. I like that kind of system quite a bit. And you saw that just putting the highest faces on dice is not necessarily the best thing to do. Like, you might want to consistently roll 2 to 3 or roll 4 to 5 to get bigger combos going. The 6+ rogue, because it has the fewest items, tends to actually be the least combolicious option. Now, on the potentially negative side, there is a lot of dice luck. Yes, you can spend your potions to help out, but especially early in the game, you can very easily have some terrible rolls and just die. You do have the +5 scroll to save you once. But if you're using all of those resources early on, all your potions, your scroll, and all of that, you're probably not going to win in the end. So like a lot of roguelikes, you can have very bad luck early. But usually in my games, I either die extremely quickly so I can set up again in like 5 seconds, or I get almost all the way or get the entire way, which is how I prefer roguelikes to be anyway, so that the challenge still feels real. I think the comboing of the cards is really cool. You do unlock a ton more of them. Again, I'm not going to spoil any specific achievements or unlockables, but as you can imagine, there are so many more cards to add to the decks and things to discover. Now, I wouldn't say the combos are akin to something like Slay the Spire. It's not like you have different classes to try out. I mean, you do have these different decks of characters, but that doesn't really change things as much as in some of these other deck builder roguelike things. But there's also a much more straightforward game than them, and you already saw that there's still a lot of cool combos to try out. The boss variety is also fun. I mean, it doesn't have a huge impact on the game. It's not like you're playing a boss battler. They only come up 5 times during the game, but they do have, especially in the later rounds, pretty important effects, and it's nice that you can see what's coming so you can try to adjust to it as you saw me doing in this game. Though again, just to note, sometimes the luck of the draw will totally damn you because you'll get the wrong boss and you can't do anything about it, or won't bother you at all because sometimes the bosses don't affect you in the slightest. So it is another RNG element in the game, but, so it goes. The market can similarly have a lot of RNG, although you saw, heck, I was almost able to dig through the entire deck this time because I had so much money to spend. And again, this market phase, these decks get even more interesting as you unlock more stuff. So yeah, I think Rolling Deep is a ton of fun. It still could use a little bit of development and balancing, but that's what I assume they're going to do. But if you want a quicker, simpler, roguelike, little dungeon crawling feeling thing, faster and simpler than something like Slay the Spire, but with a lot of fun die rolling luck, and these dice in that dice tower are just fun, they're chonky boys here, then I think this one is definitely worth a look. So check out the crowdfunding page. It should be up, I think, early next week. And see if you like what you see. Thanks for watching, everybody, and a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, Dan, J. William F., Steve Wren, KCW, Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.